Time to talk to you about the tropics. You know, we came through the peak of the Atlantic hurricane season September 10th. We're on the downside, but there's still, this is still a time of year where we can get a lot of tropical development. And as we go over the next week or so, we'll continue to see the likelihood going down, at least historically speaking. We do have two areas we're watching right now, both of those likely to become organized. And we should see Helene and Isaac, those two names, the next on the board to come off and be put to use. So the likelihood of development, very great here in the Western Caribbean. There's another area near the Cabo Verde Islands, and we're going to continue to watch that one. This is the one, though, that has us most concerned as it's going to develop likely into the Gulf of Mexico and then move off to the north. I will show you more on that in just a moment. Let's just take a quick peek at this one over by the Cabo Verde Islands. Again, there's a 70% chance for development over the coming week. So it's going to take a little while, unlikely to develop in the next couple of days, but eventually it will. The thing about this, it is far, far away, and with it traveling kind of in this general area, eventually it should get picked up by one of the storm systems coming through a front and turned off to the north. So I'm not overly concerned about that one. This one, however, is a much greater concern, as I mentioned, because of its proximity to the Gulf, and it is forecast to really intensify as it moves into this area. So you see the chances here within the next 48 hours, 70%, and then the chances of development over the next 7 days, and really it'll be over the next 5 days or so, we're going to see a 90% chance. So very, very likely that this thing is going to develop. Take a look at two of the models. This is the European and the GFS. And when you see the two models that are very closely aligned, it gives you a lot of confidence that, hey, something is going to ramp up here. And you see, again, the Euro is in red, the GFS, or the American models, in yellow. And both of them are basically right on top of each other, moving off to the north and eventually a little bit farther to the east before coming back in to the Florida panhandle here Thursday around 5 o'clock. That's what the Euro projects as a landfall. The GFS is just a little farther to the east, but also bringing it up through this general area around the Big Bend area. So we're going to continue to watch as this is very likely Thursday evening to come in as a powerful hurricane. It's going to bring rain up into the southeast U.S. Now, here's Hampton Roads in Norfolk. You can see the Mid-Atlantic, the Outer Banks up through the D.C. area. Watch what the models do with this kind of longer term. They kind of bring it back. There's an area of low pressure here. It kind of sweeps it up and around, pulling a lot of the moisture back out to the west. Could be a big problem for potential flooding in the mountains, maybe back across the Blue Ridge or down across parts of the south. So the Tennessee River Valley and the Ohio River Valley, certainly those areas are going to want to pay close attention for heavy rain inland if this system does develop. Now, here's a look at the Hurricane Center spaghetti plot on this thing. It is an area of investigation, so they're able to run all of their hurricane models on it. And again, you see very close agreement. A couple of the outliers kind of take it a little farther to the east and then kind of bring it back in. But most of the models, including the Euro and the GFS, all bring it into this area. Again, that'll be Thursday late afternoon and evening. So potential big trouble for Florida. This will be a big story that we'll continue to watch developments around this. We will, of course, let you know if anything changes. For now, that's the latest on the tropics. Stay weather aware and check back for more from 13 News Now.